Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's StepsBasic, and welcome back to my community show. Here we are again at the end of another year. Not quite, actually. We still got like a week to go, but still, I figured I'd come in here and do this video up because things have been issues with me getting these things out on the right time, so I wanted to make sure I got this in today. Itchy. There we go. Anyway, hello. Anyway, sorry about that. It has been a wild ride of a year. War and famine and plague and what's the fourth one that we're missing? We got one left. It's the four horsemen of the apocalypse have already gone riding, and now we're here screwed in 2023. Actually wasn't that bad of a year. I mean, there was definitely a lot of craziness going on in the world and whatnot, and a lot of craziness going on everywhere. But I tried to keep true to myself, keep true to what I was saying, and keep everything localized and focus only on what I can help and what I can fix. And I did okay this year. There's a lot of big life changes that went on. Me, my kiddo, and everything. Move the channels. I condensed the channels finally. I can't believe I actually pulled the trigger on that one. And I kept, dancing back and forth like, nah, I won't do it. Nah, I'll do it. Nah, I won't do it. Nah, I'll do it. And finally, it's like, screw it, man. I'm stressing out about these two channels. Let's go ahead and smoosh it together. And man, that was a genius move. I've seen great growth. Not so much on the watch time, but I've seen great growth. And as such, I actually met one of my goals was set up for this year. I got the 750 subscribers over here on the YouTube. Thank you all very much, by the way. Welcome. Hope you've been enjoying yourselves. There's gaming stuff here too. You don't have to just watch the shorts. You can watch the gaming stuff. It's funny, I think. Speaking of gaming stuff, finished off that whole friggin' annoying what do you call it? Borderlands series. That was a long series, but I was so glad I finally finished that and I was able to move on. Speaking of which, I actually found out I got my capture card working again. I got a new capture card. Well, not new. It's an old one, but it works. And that's what's important. So I can actually go back and finish Spider-Man finally, which I've been sitting on and hoping to get back to pretty quick. Man, finances took a turn this year, didn't they? Man, they kind of belly flopped on me with the car problems. But I'm still recovering from that. But hey, things are looking a little bit better coming into the new year. Next month, I get a pay raise on my disability, which is good. I'm happy for. I'm excited for. I also on the list of things that I accomplished this year. I have a list. I made a list again. Even though I forgot I made a list last year, I made a list again. So on the things I accomplished this year, so I went to see the doctor more, like I said, and as such, my blood pressure has been like we didn't find out what was wrong with my memory, but we found out I did have a lot of other problems, and we started working on those and fixing those. My blood pressure was near stroke levels, which I thought might have been the problem, and the doctor said, there is kind of maybe a problem with that, but then we started fixing my blood pressure, and my memory didn't get any better, so woo. But it didn't get any worse. That's important to remember. So like I said, I said last year, I need to go to the doctor more. I started going to the doctor more, and we got a lot of things fixed, and we're working on a few other things, like a toe fungus problem. You don't want to hear about that. That's gross. Let's see. Oh, and I quit smoking. That was a good goal. Got that taken care of. Man, after all the stress and everything, it's been a month and a half since I had my last cigarette, and I'm like, wow, good job, bro. Good job. Lost a lot of weight. You can probably tell because you can see my neck again. Let's see what else. Weight is better. Brain stayed meh, but it didn't get worse, which is important. Let's see. So that was a check in the positive there. Went to see the doctor more. I made it 750, like I said, and then some. I'm at 780 right now, which is cool. Hey, welcome to the channel, folks. Love you. Glad to see you. On TikTok, I made it to 13,000, and last time I said I wanted to make it to 10. So that was an even better boost. Cool me. I'm a cool dude. Look at me. Everybody likes my talkies. I failed my editing, though. Like I said, I wanted to get one of my books fully edited so I can try to get it published on Amazon. Maybe Amazon, I said. I completely forgot I said I was going to do that. But on the other hand, I did start a new story, actually. I started building the world early last year, and then I didn't have a story for it, which was kind of annoying. So I took a story that I have tried to get off the ground, but couldn't get it to go anywhere for the longest time, and I put that into the world. And so I took that story, put that into the world with a little bit of tweaking, and now I've got a new story to work with, and it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to see where this is going to go. So far, I'm 2 chapters deep in it, and I kind of want to make sure, that. But we'll get to the point. We'll get to that later. We'll talk to that. Let's see. Failed in my editing. I never got rid of those shelves I said I was going to get rid of, but I did start getting rid of a lot of other stuff. I did downsize my bed. Like, I was complaining about the fact that I had a queen-size bed last year, and this year I downgraded it to a twin. And actually, I've been getting a lot better sleep because of that. I do need to flip my mattress, though. My back. Let's see. Yeah, that was all the goals that I noticed from my last video that I said I wanted to do and what I accomplished and what I did. So basically, what my goals for this year going into the new year are going to be are any ones I failed last year, so I kind of want to get back to editing that other video, or that other story, so I can potentially, keep it going. And now we're going to aim for the goals that we're going to aim for the stretch goals that I had set last year, i.e., 1,000 subs on YouTube and 15,000 followers on TikTok, and we're going to also tack on to that. We want to wider reach, so we're going to start posting reels too on the Facebook. Gotta diversify and decentralize, you know what they say, man. But now we're going to add the stretch goal of 12, 50, and 20,000. So those are my stretch goals, or my main goals and my stretch goals for the year. That's what we're aiming for and what we want to see happen. We're having great fun at this, aren't we? Let's see. I'm going to continue minimalizing my life because I didn't really finish that last year. I kind of forgot I was doing it. Stupid memory problems. But it was kind of a fun thing, you know. It was kind of... It really did feel very good just dumping junk out of my life. You know, it felt like literally cleansing my soul a little bit. And it's not like I was getting rid of anything that was pivotal or important or anything. Like them shelves, they're not important to me. They're just shelves, and they're taking up spaces in my room, my kitchen there. Although I did pick up puzzling this year as a way to keep my mind, a little bit sharper. And I can't tell if it worked, but it was nice to do puzzles. I like puzzles. Puzzles are cool. And I want to do some more puzzle games this year. It's not really a goal for the year, but that's just kind of a want. Also, I want to seek out one of my animator friends and try to get a animated intro for the main series videos, because I've been trying to do this thing where I kind of just jump right into the game with no introduction, and that's all well and good, except of course people don't know who I am. So it's like, hey, stranger playing game, I must know who you are, sir. And so it'd be kind of nice to have just like a 1 to 2 second intro, like, hey, StepsBasic Gaming, welcome, and then jump into the game. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Like I have for this one, but for the main source, just for the main gaming stuff. But yeah, those are my goals for the year. So let's look back on the last year. I know a lot of people do this sort of thing, and I do it myself like every year, but it's like, as far as gaming is concerned, my favorite game of the year that came out this year was Stray. It's hard to say what my favorite game in total was. I really like. I finished up the BioShock series this year, and BioShock in and of itself, BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinite were fantastic. BioShock Infinite was actually less impressive than BioShock 2 was to me, but they were a lot of fun to play regardless. So they might be contenders for top game of the year. I never finished Spider-Man, so I can't say that. However, like in my own time, I played Prey and a few other just minor games, like just not for the channel, just for me. And like right now, I'm playing Prototype again, and so I'd say that yeah, my favorite game of the year was probably BioShock 2 or Stray, and Stray being the game that came out this year, so that's my favorite game that came out this year because it's the only one that I've actually played from the games that came out this year. I thought that was kind of funny. I looked it up. I'm like, wow, I haven't played any new games this year. However, I did play a few games that came out previous years, so I guess I could say, yeah, Amori was pretty cool. Amori was actually a heck of a lot of fun too. Like I didn't know what I was getting into when I started playing it, so I had a lot of fun with it, and I was very impressed with what the devs did. So, no, you're right. Yep, I'm right. Amori was my favorite game of the year. Game of the year, Amori, 2022. And that one came out, I think, 2020. So, yeah, that one's a couple years old now. But it was fantastic. Let's see. Most anticipated game of the year that I never got to play, though, was God of War Ragnarok. Although, to be fair, it did just come out a couple months ago, and that was about when I was broke and didn't have any money. It came out near my birthday, maybe even my birthday, maybe even right on my birthday, November 10th. But it came out, and I had no money to buy it. So, but hey, going into the new year, I'm going to have a bit more money, so I'll actually be able to get to it. But I want to finish up Spider-Man and Miles Morales first, now that I got my capture card working again. And I'm planning to do kind of what I did with BioShock and Borderlands and return to my Final Fantasy series. I still don't want to play number 2. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to start playing the other Final Fantasy games. After, of course, we finish West of Loathing. I want to get into it and play a few more, full one-shot games, too. Like, I want to record Far Lone Sails without commentary or anything. And I also want to do Changing Tides, just a regular playthrough, and then no commentary version of it. Because that game works beautifully with no commentary. It's like, get this stupid guy out of my face here. But yeah, that is my year wrap up. Looking forward to 2023. 2022 had a crazy, world. Still not worse than the last couple of years. It doesn't compare anything to 2020. And it was great to see a lot of the COVID stuff lifting, but at the same time, some people are being stupid with it because it's still out there. But paranoia and whatnot being what it is. But it's kind of nice to look forward to a new year again. And this year I get to teach my kid to drive. And looking down the last couple of years of high school, and I don't like it. Because I'm getting old. But I'm training for a stupid thing. I'll talk more about that in a separate video. But I'm planning a really big walk, and it'll be a fun little video topic, and we'll also put my channel into jeopardy for a while. But anyway, what are your New Year's resolutions? What are you looking forward to in the year 2023? How are you going to improve your life and the world? You ain't got to improve the world. Focus on what you can fix. That's all we can really hope for. But anyway, apart from all that, thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of The Community Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, just going to poke that like button for me. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And when I can, if I can, you know all that jazz. And tune in next time for another topic, another time. And until then, good night.